We'll get to those stories in a minute, but first, we begin with a news alert from Detroit's West Side. Police are on the scene right now investigating after a man was found shot and killed earlier today. This is happening in the 16,000 block of Warwick. It's quite a scene there. Neighbors called police after finding the body of an unidentified man lying next to a house. The DPD homicide team says that the victim was shot several times. Anyone with information is asked to call Detroit Police or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
Well, good morning. Thanks for being with us on this Wednesday. I am Amy Lange.
And I'm Brandon Hudson. Look, if it wasn't enough that UAW President Shawn Fain called Stellantis' contract a slap in the face, and then he threw it in the trash can, there's now more trouble looming for the Big Three. Yeah, time is running out as contract negotiations stall once again. Shawn Fain now hinting at a vote to strike after he continues to take an aggressive approach. Fox 2's Robin Murdoch live this morning with the very latest. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Amy and Brandon. As you mentioned, during President Shawn Fain's last Facebook update last week, he actually threw a proposal by Stellantis in the trash. Apparently, things have not gotten any better. There have not been any headway made during the past several days, which is why he is now calling for a strike vote.
The Big Three need to get serious, and they need to get down to business. And it's our job to make them do it.
UAW President Shawn Fain taking to Facebook Live once again on Tuesday to update its membership on contract talks with General Motors, Stellantis, and Ford, and talk about the possibility of a strike if those negotiations continue at this pace, adding that they have been at the table since mid-July and are still bargaining over non-economics, and that's unacceptable.
This is our generation's defining moment, and make no mistake, management's watching. The Big Three CEOs are watching.
150,000 UAW members will vote to authorize a strike against the Big Three next week, which is pretty much a formality during negotiations like this. It doesn't mean the auto workers will walk the picket line come September 14th in just 28 days, but it does give union leaders the power to call a strike if needed.
The Big Three are not only robbing us of our profits, they're robbing us of our lives and our health. We are literally being worked to death.
The UAW says it's all about protecting jobs while the automakers transition to electric vehicles. The union is asking for a 46% wage increase over the next 4 years and a 32-hour work week, but get paid for the full 40, pointing out some $250 billion in North American gains over the last decade due to their labor.
We've been breaking our backs while the Big Three have been breaking the bank.
In a statement to Fox 2, Stellantis says discussions between the company and the UAW's bargaining team have been constructive and collaborative, with a focus on reaching a new agreement that balances the concerns of our 43,000 employees with vision for the future. General Motors issued this response. It says in part, "We know that our U.S. economic impact supports more than 6 jobs for every job created by GM. We take that responsibility seriously, and we continue to bargain in good faith every day." While Ford says, "We look forward to working with the UAW on creative solutions during this time when our dramatically changing industry needs a skilled and competitive workforce more than ever." End quote.
The choice is yours about what happens next. Either stop dragging your feet in negotiations or be prepared to strike.
Now, this current contract does expire at 11:59 p.m. on September 14th. President Shawn Fain has repeatedly said that is a deadline. It is not a reference point. So, of course, keep you posted on what happens next with this. For now, we are live outside UAW headquarters here in Detroit. I'm Robin Murdoch. I'll send it back to you.
Well, Robin, we certainly heard Shawn Fain speaking very clearly and strongly, and saying that everyone is watching. And I think, you know, that's so true when you look at that statement from GM saying, you know, we know that there are 6 jobs for every job that we have. The ripple effect of all of this is really intense.
Yeah, and that I think is why they want to make it clear, why the UAW wants to make it clear that they are ready to walk off the job should they not get what they are asking for. They are telling the president right now, President Shawn Fain, he is telling his membership to prepare for the strike, to start getting posters ready, to get signs in their car, to get ready for demonstrations in various parking lots. So they are ready for whatever may come their way. So it'll be interesting to see what turn this takes next. Back to you, Amy.
Yeah, it could certainly be very disruptive. Thank you so much, Robin. We know you will stay on top of it. Appreciate you always. Brandon?
And meanwhile, a group of Detroit teachers are threatening to go on strike before the new school year. We've heard from this group before. Some teachers for Detroit Public Schools are demanding equal pay compared to surrounding districts. They are looking for a 20% raise and a one-year contract before the school year starts.
We have been treated so wrong for way too long. We say on the first day of school, we're not there unless our just demands are met. And we urge the people of Detroit, beginning with the students, the parents, to join us on the picket lines that day to say that we want quality schools. The teachers are leaving, young teachers are leaving because the pay isn't there.
A district administrator says this particular union group, this group, is a faction of Detroit teachers who they do not formally negotiate with. They negotiate with the DFT, but the district says that they feel the negotiations are going well with the Detroit Federation of Teachers after a meeting they had on Monday night.
And new this morning, as expected, the Michigan State Board of Trustees has voted to approve alcohol sales at MSU sporting events. The move will allow applications for liquor licenses at Spartan Stadium, the Breslin Center, and Munn Ice Arena. If all goes as planned, the earliest alcohol could be sold is September 16th. That would be the Spartans' third home football game. Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed a law last month allowing public universities to sell alcohol at sporting events.
Cell phone video captures the frantic aftermath on Groesbeck near North Avenue. We are told that a woman in a Chevy SUV made some sort of invasive maneuver that led her to crossing the median, and that is where she collided head-on with a Lincoln. The woman in that Chevy did not survive. Her 8-year-old daughter and a woman in the Lincoln were critically hurt. The investigation continues into how this happened. In Garden City, this is a bit tough to see, but that is a damaged vehicle involved in another serious crash. Officers are also investigating there. They want to know what caused this one on Vinoy Marquette Street. Not too many details yet, but police spend hours gathering evidence and reconstructing the scene. Sources tell us that a motorcyclist is involved.
Well, a U-Pick orchard owner is accused of picking a racial fight with a customer, and now that customer is looking to file a civil lawsuit against Erie Orchards and Cider Mill.
Meanwhile, the owner tells Fox 2 that he felt threatened during the encounter. Fox 2's Dave Spencer has both sides of this farm feud.
This is not how Joe Mahmoud expected his day at Erie Orchards to end.
Every Muslim that comes in here steals from me.
Every Muslim that comes in here steals from you.
That's right.
Recording his encounter with the owner as he tried to leave.
That is racist. You're racist.
Oh, of course I am.
This was Sunday. Mahmoud says he, his wife, and 3 daughters decided to visit Erie Orchard and pick peaches.
We bought some already picked peaches, so we spent like $70 prior to going outside.
He says an employee told him the orchard had already been picked over. No more peaches.
And I told him, well, the girls just want to go back there. You know, if we do get a bag, what do you want us to do? You pay for it at the front. He said, don't worry about it. What you find is going to be rot.
He claims they did find a few rotten peaches and picked them anyway for the experience. As they go to leave, Steve Elzinga, the owner of the orchard, comes to his truck.
He goes to the back door and opens the door where my daughter is, goes through her bag. And I'm like, what are you doing?
That's when Mahmoud starts recording.
That's why you're acting like this.
And that's why you're going to pay.
I blew it. Obviously, a lot of my customers are Muslims, and they're not all thieves. But there's a contingent that comes here and for some reason feels like you can pick free. He was one of them.
Elzinga claims it was the third time someone attempted to steal from him that day.
I was at my wit's end, and I said things that I want to apologize for. I don't mean that all Muslims are bad. I mean, many of them are my friends. Many of them are long-term customers.
He said, "You're going to pay the $58, and I'll make sure of that."
Elzinga admits he stood behind the truck to prevent Mahmoud from leaving.
The owner of Erie Orchard tells me he indeed called the cops, and while they were waiting for those police to arrive, he is the one who felt threatened, saying the customer he believed had a gun in his car, so he let him go.
He told me that he had a gun in the car, and I said $57 worth isn't worth it for my life.
Mahmoud and his attorney say what happened to him was unlawful imprisonment and ethnic intimidation. They plan to file a civil lawsuit.
Wouldn't let us leave. Daughters are scared now. Yeah, I want him to feel the full effect, you know, because I shouldn't have to be looking over my shoulders.
This man came out and blatantly said, "I am racist. You Muslims steal from me, and you're going to pay."
I'm sorry for what I said. I do not believe that all Muslims are thieves.
As for Elzinga and Erie Orchards,
we've always been open to everybody, and we'll continue to do so.
In Erie, Dave Spencer,